Welcome to Business Over Beer, where entrepreneurs, small business owners, and people passionate about what they do bring us their stories and their favorite beer. Hosted by Ben Surratt, Jonathan Kaler, and Jason Knope, it's time to get down to business and drink some beer.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second biggest podcast in the Pacific Northwest. Of course, this is Business Over Beer. We are with Don Lovell of the Barbers, and we are about to drink some more beer.
Oh, I can't wait.
Darn it.
Not only are we with Don Lovell of the Barbers, we are with Don Lovell in
the OG.
In the Barbers.
It's in the OG,
We're
everybody.
in the flagship.
I was just thinking during this break that we had, I believe we are the only podcast to be in a Barbers, in a haircut facility
in
the
barber
Pacific
chairs.
Northwest. There's no way the Sasquatch
In barber chairs.
In barber chairs.
That's
There's
right.
no way.
Comfortable.
There's no way the Sasquatch hunters have done this. There's no way.
No, because look,
No.
Sasquatch would have been found in a barber shop.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
No way. This is one of a kind.
100%.
100%. For sure. Don Lovell, thank you so much for being with us. Why don't you remind everybody, if they missed part one, just kind of give us the 50,000-foot view of the Barbers and kind of what you're into.
You bet. How's it going, everybody? My name is Don Lovell. My wife, Allison, and I own a company called The Barbers. And along with our franchisee partners, Barry and Kim Spiegelberg, John and Connie Oljar, and Dan Dickow, as a ownership group, we have 35 locations throughout the Pacific Northwest, and we do men's haircuts.
Outstanding. So in part one, we talked a lot about your background. We talked a lot about kind of how you got going. I can't wait to talk about barbershops in the time of COVID. I can't wait to talk about, kind of the future vision of your business.
Sure.
And but for now, man.
Yep.
Ben.
Kaler, you left me hanging the last episode, bro.
Ben looks thirsty.
Come on.
Ben looks thirsty.
Hell, I'm thirsty.
Let's get to
Thirsty watching.
And all that baseball talk, man. I want to. I want to play a game. Can we play a game?
You're towing with me.
Do it.
Don, my lovely wife, Angela, picks us out a mystery beer.
Okay.
We call this segment Angie's Mystery Beer. It's
That's
a game.
creative. That is creative.
Marketing geniuses.
Genius right there. You need to come work for us.
Are you
You taking applications?
happy to sign up?
Is
I'm pretty good with
Monster.com still a thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's up there, my resume. So the game is simple.
Okay.
All we do is we open this bag.
Okay.
Now, she did warn me. She did say, Ben,
That figures.
yes, I forgot to mark off the top.
All right. So be careful.
So we have to be careful not to look at the top.
Don't look at the cap.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the cap of the bottle.
Okay.
And all we do is take a little bit and we try to guess what kind of beer it is, what the beer is. 90% of the time, we are 100% wrong.
And the other 10% of the time, we're mostly wrong.
Or we forget. So, are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm not looking.
Nope.
All right, you ready? Let me pour a little bit in. Okay. Whoa.
Oh, that's
Whoa. Look at Knope
Nice
went
looking.
all in.
He went halfway in.
almost as much as Kaler.
Oh, that's not a Sharps.
No.
I can smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Woo. What
boy.
is this?
That's a double IPA.
Do we all have the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prost!
Prost. Don's awesome.
Okay, here we go.
I love the enthusiasm.
Whoa.
Whoa, my goodness.
Whoa.
Definitely a lot of Coors Light.
No. No, there is nothing light about this beer. What,
No.
And so, Don, you know what?
oh, man.
The fact that we are punished, and I'm using air quotes, is all Kaler's fault.
No.
Yes,
no.
100%, bro. No. Canope.
Yep.
Yeah. What did he do, Canope?
Well, we got a Schlitz one day as the mystery beer.
We did. Angie was awesome.
And
that was pretty funny.
yeah.
Just might as well throw a Mickey's up there.
What was it? Yeah. What was the word? Did he say she's going weak on us?
Oh, soft.
Soft. And then
She heard it and she's like, oh.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. All on you, bro.
Yep.
Hey, for the record, it was not just the Schlitz. All right? If it was the Schlitz, I could have let that pass. But there were like 4 weeks in a row that she had low ABV beers. Angie brings us high octane beers.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Doubles, imperials, stouts, IPAs, 9, 10, 11,
Wow.
16%.
Wow.
And
4 weeks in a row, it was like 5% or less, including a Schlitz.
I give you the Schlitz.
Pardon me.
So that's a good preface. That's the underlying story right there.
So after a couple of weeks, I mentioned that she was soft
Yeah. On an episode.
on an episode.
How long ago was that now?
That was my bad. That was my bad. And if you listen to episode 53 with Northwest Escape Experience,
Yes.
our good friends here in
Yes.
Vancouver, you will hear our up-ins come because she came and got us.
Yeah.
She let you have it.
Oh, big time.
Well,
my
I think
guess
you might have
is
deserved it.
Oh, we deserved it. Oh, yeah.
100%. 100%.
I don't necessarily think that I deserved it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you deserved it.
I'm part of the team, so I guess I don't have a choice.
That's right.
It's
Canope,
like getting
Canope,
plunked.
Canope,
It's
Canope.
like getting plunked by the pitcher.
That's right.
When your pitcher,
You know it's coming.
plunked-
Damn it.
Yes, exactly.
Just because you like Pilsners and lagers
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. So what are we drinking here, boys? What do we think?
Don, can we do the big reveal? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
What do you think?
I'm sorry. Not yet.
I really like this beer.
It's really good.
I think it's a double IPA. It's got tons of bitterness. It's got tons of like back end malt. It's definitely
It's malty.
In my opinion, it's definitely an imperial IPA. But it's like Northwest
Man, you guys
style.
are good.
But look how clear it is, though. Bro.
Yeah, I mean it's
really clear.
It's not a boozy
No.
imperial. It's like super clean to the style. I really like this beer. A lot of backbone, a lot of mouthfeel. This is a nice beer. Canope?
I like the beer.
Now, I'm going to ditto that.
It's not his style.
I
No,
ditto-
actually, it's not bad. I would definitely drink this.
This reminds me of a Dogfish Head.
Which one?
The 60 or one? No, the 120.
Oh, okay, not the raisin beer.
No,
not the raisin
no,
Dogfish Head that we had
No,
in
the
Northwest.
Have you had Dogfish Head?
it's
the
delicious.
120.
It's delicious.
This is what that reminds me of.
So
It's just a clean.
Oh
it's
yeah.
clean.
So, speaking of that, yeah.
So, but let's put our heads together. She said this beer was for this episode.
she did, and she's like, you need. Like we were like, oh, Kevin's going to supply.
She
Kevin,
said no.
Kevin from Taps. I'm sorry.
about-
Okay.
Taps Growler House in Vancouver, Washington, supplied the guest beer tonight, and he was going to do the mystery beer. Thank you, Kevin. But Angie said, no, I picked this beer for this episode. So I have a feeling it's a haircut related thing, right? That's what I'm thinking. No, you don't think so?
No, I think it is. I can't figure out what it would possibly be. Hair of the dog? Maybe it's a hair of the. Could
dog?
it be?
That's what I'm
Could
saying.
it be a hair of the dog beer? This is too normal for hair of the dog. Have you ever? I mean, you know, hair of the dog out of Portland, right? They're kind of out there.
They have some really weird things.
Oh, their beer is fantastic,
Good,
but it's like it's not like made like this is.
That's
this
really
is
good.
It's really
Delicious.
Good. All right, I got
can
nothing.
reveal
I'm
it.
ready for the big reveal.
Are you ready for the big
All right,
reveal?
Don Lovell, big reveal.
Fog cutter double IPA.
Dude, you got it!
I was half right.
Wow.
You got it!
Lost Coast Brewery. You guys are awesome at this, by the way.
You see what she did there? See what she did there with the cutter?
Cutter.
The cutter, fog cutter.
Fog cutter.
Dig it.
8.7%.
Dude, that
That's a
label
good-
that label is
It's
awesome.
so sick. Oh, and it goes with Halloween.
That's right.
Ah.
Have you never had this before?
Never. Have you?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Who is it?
delicious.
It's Lost Coast. Lost Coast out of Eureka, California. 8.7% ABV. 80 IBU. So
Dude,
it has,
it's a dry hop too.
Is it?
It's a dry hopped double. Yeah. With flavors dry hopped with Cascade, Centennial, Crystal, Chinook,
and my second
and
all-time favorite.
Citra.
Citra. Cut the fog and rock on.
That's why you love this.
Don Lovell, cut the fog and rock on.
Delicious, man.
That's a great beer.
That's really good.
Angie,
Very, very
God
good.
bless you. This is a
that
good
was
one.
really good.
You
That
can taste the Citra hops.
yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
can.
you can.
100%.
Love it. I love that beer.
Yeah.
You guys can't do too many of these a week, right?
No.
End up in treatment.
No. Don, listening to your story, I have a feeling that when this whole shit with COVID went down, you were like, crap. Okay. Now we need to regroup
Yeah.
and pivot. Can you just
That's a
talk about
you got
that?
it. Well, they shut us down, man.
I know they did.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
boom, you're out of business. You started hearing the rumors, and we're talking to Barry and Kim and Dan and John and our franchise partners, and we're like, man, is this really true? Like, is this going to happen? Next thing you know, close. So 21 years and boom, you're out of business. 450 haircutters off the job, lock up. We're out. We're done.
Can you just, when you heard that, just explain that?
I thought it would be like a week or two. The significance of it didn't really hit me. I was like, okay, guys, we got to close for a little bit. No problem. Keep in touch with you. Talk to you soon. And then 2 weeks becomes a month, becomes 6 weeks, 2 months. And then it's like, man, this is unbelievable. This is shattering, crushing. We're calling our landlords, hey, we're out of business. We have no revenue coming in right now. We can't pay rent. We have nothing. And that was tough for sure. Our barbers were panicked. And, it was like, obviously there was unemployment opportunities, but the unemployment offices were backed up like to no end. So people weren't getting their money. It wasn't like, oh, I'll call them today and start getting paid next week. Sometimes it took 6 weeks for people to get their money. They had no money. It was awful, terrible. And I don't even know what to tell you. We just kind of wrote it out. We fortunately, the PPP money that was available for businesses, that saved us. We received enough PPP money to pay payroll, pay our rent for a couple months, and then the phasing started to occur where we could open up under certain conditions, and then it became actually opening up, but only being able to open up under certain conditions was harder than being closed, because when you're closed, you're closed. But when you're open, but you can only do 3 people, you're open with all the expenses of being open, but there's still no revenue because you can only do 3 people. So that was the hardest part. PPP money runs out. Now you're open. How do we make payroll? Who do we employ? What do we do? And I just give all the credit to my wife, Allison, and my daughter, Olivia, Kim, and Connie, the gals, part of our franchise group. They just looked at the guidelines the state sent down for barbershops. We set up social distancing for every station. We set up a clean zone at the front. We took away the waiting room area. We made everybody answer questions before they came in. We had everybody wash their hands. Everybody's masked up, both the barber and the customer. We were changing the smocks on the barbers and the gowns on the customers after every single customer. I mean, we're doing laundry like crazy. We had all these safety protocols in place, and we had to go around to all 36 barbershops and move everything around. And then have a staff meeting with all 36 staffs about our new process. Can't shake hands, can't do the massage, can't do the talc powder, can't do the free soda, can't do popcorn. All the things that made us, that we wrapped around a haircut, gone.
All the things that make you the barber.
Exactly, gone. So now what do? We shorten hair.
Shake hands. They don't shake hands at the barbers, man. They hug. Have you ever seen them?
It's gone.
Unbelievable. They ain't shaking hands. Man. They're hugging.
Yeah, and it's just so tough, man. But we did it. We did all the staff meetings. I mean, my wife worked her butt off, and Kim and Connie worked their butts off, and we did all the staff meetings, and and huge credit to the barbers, man. They wanted to open. They wanted to see their customers come back, and they were willing to do this. They were willing to wear a mask 8 hours a day, and willing to ask the questions and work the front desk, and it, just incredibly inspiring watching them do that. They wanted to be opened as bad as we did. And they were so appreciative of the systems we put in place and so willing to do it all. And we opened. And as time has gone by that we've been opened, it's gotten a little better. Every couple of weeks is starting to trickle back to a little more of a normalcy feeling. We're nowhere near where we were before, but we're getting there, and it's an absolute credit to the barbers and their willingness to work the system. And we've stayed safe. I mean, since we've opened, we've done 30,000 haircuts. I mean, it's not a political statement, but boy, we've been able to wear masks and wash our hands and service 30,000 people and stay safe. And that to me is incredible, because I was so nervous about the health of our barbers, and will it work? Will the things we're doing work? And the great thing is they are working. Our customers are safe. Our barbers are safe. And it's working out pretty well.
I think it's one of the things you mentioned is the PPP ran out, and we were open, kind of.
Right.
No one talks about that experience of we're open now. We have all the bills that we've had previously, but we can't bring in the revenue that we were previously bringing in. And now all the support has ran out.
Exactly. And the cost of doing the things I just talked about, all the sanitizer
and the extra laundry, the electricity.
It's incredibly expensive. Getting the PPP money was a savior. And when it ran out, it was even scarier. And it's like, hey, is there going to be any more coming? But we've been able to just, you just do what you do, tighten up. And we don't have quite as many barbers working at each shop as we used to. Hopefully we'll be able to get them all back at some point. You have to get payroll in line with, the volume of your business. And, when business is here, payroll can be here, but when business goes here and payroll is still there, that's not a good spot to be in. So no matter what, you've got to get payroll back in line. This is a personnel-driven business. So we had to make some hard decisions in that regard in terms of the number of barbers that we could, have at a shop.
So what did that look like? Was that layoffs? Was that furloughs? What did that look like?
Yeah,
it
was a combination of some layoffs and just shrinking of schedule. Somebody that maybe worked 30 hours a week is now working 20. A shop that might have 14 barbers had 10, that kind of thing. And trying to marry the volume with the labor expense. And I think we've been able to navigate that. A lot of barbers were, listen, whatever, I can do 10 hours a week less. I'll make it work. And some volunteered to furlough until we called them back. And so it's getting there. It's getting there. It's
one of the things you mentioned was we can't have the popcorn, we can't have the soda, some of the things you can't do. But I think what brought everything back was something that you mentioned in the questionnaire. There's still a place in business for legendary customer service. Just because you don't have those things, you still have the thing that kept you going, which was the customer service.
Bet. And you guys know, I mean, it's not the beer that brings people back to a place that serves beer. It's the culture. It's the environment. I mean, yeah, the beer has to be good, but it's really a lot more than that, right? I mean, you as a barber, you don't have to be a 10 technically. You don't have to be the best barber in the world. You have to be good, but customer service has to be a 10. The experience, the 30 minutes that you spend with your customer has to be really good so that in 4 weeks, when the notion of getting another haircut pops into your head, you think of that person and nobody else. That's the game we're in. And that's what we talk about in our company. We talk about, okay, you did 10 haircuts today, 10 customers. In 4 weeks, when those 10 guys need another haircut, does the vision of you pop into their head? Mm-hmm. And if it does, you won. If it doesn't, then you didn't win. We know how to win that game. We've been doing this long enough. We know how to make a lasting connection with customers around a haircut experience. So it really becomes the barber's willingness to do that, to create a relationship with you that is worthwhile of your return. And I think that's an area we've done pretty good in. And we work on it hard. We train on it really hard. We talk about it a lot. Because otherwise it's just transactional. And there's a lot of places to get your hair shortened, but there's not a lot of places where you can come get Bree here or Jana at Fisher's Landing or, Linnell or the people that are in our company that have been with us for quite a while. You've got to go to the barbers to get them. And they know how to make that lasting connection with you and have a positive thing pop into your head and when you need your next haircut. So that's still it. And you're so right. It's not about popcorn or free soda. It's about, do I enjoy the 30 minutes with that person and if I do, I'll come back. And we work on that pretty hard.
Man, where does that come from for you? I mean, I'm a customer service guy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I grew up in customer service. I've been in banking and manufacturing, distribution, customer service management, frontline employee for many, many years. I mean, I've been in food service. There's something about that level of customer service that I've always said there's this customer service DNA. Mm-hmm. Some people have it, some people don't.
No, isn't that the truth?
It totally is.
Yeah, isn't that such the truth?
And so I'm looking at you, this baseball player who turned barbershop owner. Like, where does that come from for you? Where is that? I mean, is it just this innate thing, or where does that thing in your guts come from that says, you know what, customer service is everything?
Probably from a couple of different places. My mom was a waitress and she loved her customers. I used to watch her and gosh, just watch the relationship and the friends she'd make. But also my wife, Allison, worked at a full service hair salon called Magnum Opus downtown Portland. And she was the head colorist there, a big full service hairdressing place. And I used to call on them when I sold products. So they were one of my accounts, as I told you guys earlier. Well, the owner of that place, his name was Les Madden. And his wife, Mary, and him owned this whole haircut place. He taught me, man. I call on him. Okay, Les, what do you need for color? What do you need for shampoo? Blah, blah, blah. We go out in the back. We'd go outside of his back room. He'd smoke a cigarette and talk to me about the business. And that's it. You had asked, Jonathan, about the massager part of where the massager part of us doing the massage came in. And I asked him this is a full service predominantly women's hair place. And after every service, they would do the massage, right? And I thought, man, I'd never seen any other place do that before. After a hair color, they would do it and whatever. So one day I was in the back talking to him. I said, Les, my God, you guys are so busy. What's the key to your success? He goes, none of it means shit. Only thing that people like is the massage. And I thought, damn, you're so right, man. I love it. Yeah, I was like, everybody can do hair color. Everybody can do roll up perm, but our customers love the massage. That's what we do. And that was it, And so I don't know. I think you take from people along the way, little things you learn. I worked for a guy when I worked for Aveda in Minneapolis named Rick Goldberg, who was a phenomenal customer service, just almost a savant. I mean, he could speak on it and talk about it and have workshops about it. Legendary. How do you define great customer service? Exceeding your customers' expectations on a daily basis. Well, he said that to me almost 30 years ago. But it's not meeting, it's exceeding. It's not once in a while, it's daily. If you can do that, if you can exceed your customers' expectations on a daily basis, you win at whatever business you do. That's a hard statement to live up to. It's easy to say it. It's easy to think you want to do it. It's easy to do half of that. It's really hard to do the whole thing. But we work on it, and we're not perfect by any means, but we try. And I think if you have appreciation for the customers, and you try hard, and you try to teach the barbers how to be good business people, kind of all comes to fruition. So
I dig it, man.
That's it's got to also be worth it for the barbers to do it too, because if we didn't pay good, they would see right through that. It's like, oh, great. Doesn't matter how great I am. I'm not going to make any money here. Everything has to marry up. It has to be a good culture. Has to be a good career financially for people. And there has to be systems in place to make people successful. We know how many customers each barber needs to be book solid. We know the number. We know how many walk-ins they're going to get in 6 months. So it's just pragmatic. Okay, you're going to do X amount of walk-ins. You need X amount of them to stick with you. Here you go. Let's track it. Let's watch it. And let's watch your systems. If the graph is going up, whatever you're doing is working. If the graph is not going up, we got to work on your systems. Mm-hmm. And that's what we do. That's what I do pretty much all day long.
Speaking my language, bro.
Yeah. Isn't it fun? Isn't it
so
great?
Fun.
Isn't it the funnest part of everything to talk about is, the feel good part of it, which is it. That's it.
Because you said that's where you win.
Exactly.
And I've said for years, I don't need to be the greatest. I don't need it, but I like to win.
Exactly.
And, it's funny because I've defined winning a lot of different ways through the course of my career.
Yeah.
But you've really articulated it right there, because it is making those customers feel good. That's what's winning. And I love that.
Listen, man, you're the second most listened to podcast in this area. Dude, that's winning.
Behind the Sasquatch Hunters.
And after this one, they're going to be second.
Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about.
You
love
heard
this
it.
guy.
Yeah, love this. I love this guy.
I love this guy for sure.
You can track good customer service. It's not like it has to be some ambivalent, hard, subjective thing. You can track it, and so can we, and that's what we do. We don't just say exceed expectations. Good luck. We teach it. How do you do it? And then what will it look like to your paycheck if you do it? If you do get booked solid with enough customers to keep you busy all day, how will that look for you financially? That's pretty good. Let's go make it happen. Let's partner up. And so it's the model, it's the hard work of all of our franchisees that, the other thing, not to keep going, but our franchisees have to believe the same thing. And the Spiegelbergs and the Oljars and Dan Dickow and the people that are doing this with us, it's hard to find people that will give half the revenue away. What do you mean half the revenue away? We're giving it half. We're going to have health insurance. We're going to have great benefits. This is what we're all about. It's hard to find people that understand conceptually that it's retention at every level, just not at your level and the customer level. The barbers are not here to come and go. They're here to stay. That's how we're going to keep them. And we've been really blessed to have some of the best friends we've ever made in our life franchise with us and become partners with us. And that wasn't really a goal of ours. It just happened organically. To say, kind of like what you guys were telling about your story, same thing. Why don't you guys start doing a few in Portland? Maybe you might like this. And then boom, all of a sudden it happens. And that's when you find good people and you share sort of a, connection, good things can happen. And that's how it's been for us for 21 years. So
incredible, man. I mean, 21 years of doing this. I mean, you guys clearly have good vision. I'm so impressed and proud of the work that you guys are doing.
No, thank you. Thank you for your business, man.
Man, look, man. I mean, I'm not a massage guy. I'll be honest with you. It's funny. I mean, I'm a customer service guy.
Yeah.
And I've been coming to the Barbers for many years. I don't need the massage personally.
Sure.
But I sit there and I watch because I wait.
Yeah.
And wait for my haircut to come up, and I watch the interaction that your barbers have with their customers. And it's not like any place I've ever gone.
No, thank you. That's great to hear that.
Do you want the massage? I just come here to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
I come here to have the relationship with the person who cuts my hair.
Yes.
But the guy next to me needs the massage. The guy down the way needs to make sure that his neck gets shaved.
Yes.
Everybody comes for a different reason.
Yeah, and everybody's different.
But everyone is coming for the same thing, the relationship that they have with the person who is dealing with them. And to be able to sit back and drink my Sprite and eat my popcorn and watch that with my son is what this business is all about. And it's fantastic.
I'm with you, Jonathan. I mean, and I mean, imagine doing 240 customers a month. You know how hard that is? I mean, emotionally to pull, and to think about, you get 15, 20,000, 30,000 haircuts in your career, and you're still having fun doing your art, having fun doing it. It's pretty special. They're special people for sure. And, you made a point earlier that's not for everybody. Customer service isn't for everybody. We've had for sure people like that, who go to school, get their barbering license, start to do barbering, and you're like, this isn't for you, man. And they know it probably before you know it, because they're just not enjoying it. But they're just not customer service, and that's okay. Some people love service, love to make other people happy in a transaction or environment or whatnot. And some people just aren't in that mode, and it's okay. There's other places to go work for sure, and there's other industries to go in. But
it's kind of like playing baseball.
You got it.
You don't listen. At the end of the day, you got to have fun doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And
you know what? And the guys that stick around the longest are the ones that have the most fun.
Yeah.
100%.
You bet. They're the guys that they go 0 for 4 and it doesn't even bother them. I could go for 4, but oh my God.
Look at Big Papi. Big Papi, Vlad Guerrero.
Absolutely. Just happy to be there. 0 for 4, 4 for 4, man.
To get to play the game.
There's something about that mindset. There's a real...
But they understood what the crowd wanted.
Exactly. You bet.
See what I did there, man?
I see what you did there.
That's impressive.
That was pretty good, man. That's why you're a pro.
That's why you're a pro, baby.
You love podcasting, don't you?
It's in your blood.
I love it.
It is. Hey, Don, man, thank you so much again for joining us. God, I would love to sit here and talk baseball and talk massages and hair cutting. But Don, we're going to leave it there for tonight. But before we go, Ben, it's time.
Is it time already?
It's time already.
Damn.
Don.
Ben.
Just be sure not to look at him.
There's a free haircut waiting for you. So there's a free haircut. Be careful.
Thank you. Yeah. Now there's a free haircut. Thanks, Don.
For your son.
Yeah. You're about 10 years Yeah, for your son. Deal. Let me tell you, that's going to be the easy cleanup after his hair.
Yeah.
Isn't this?
Yeah.
It is time for the final question. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Lay it on me.
All right. Well, Don, you were just drafted by the blank. It's question number 1. And you are going to play in the biggest game. It's game 7 of the World Series. And you're going to bat. You're batting.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're playing against Team Blank.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What position are you going to play in that game? And 2,
No, 4.
4.
I'm trying to keep track of
15.
here, Jonathan.
4.
8. Position 8.
10 part question.
He's like he knows the
Who are you playing for? Who are you playing against?
where.
What position are you playing?
Yes.
And,
I got it all. Perfect.
And
What was your hydration level?
shut up.
and
Which chick
who's
afterwards?
pitching to you?
Okay. Got it. Okay. No problem. Boston Red Sox. That was the dream team I
That's
wanted
the
to
team
play for.
you're
I
playing
wanted to play
with.
center field for the Boston Red Sox.
So that's
Red
two.
Sox
1
style.
and 3.
St. Louis Cardinals would be the National League team in the World Series, right?
That you're playing against, right?
Against.
Thank you.
Because everybody wants to beat the St. Louis Cardinals,
Especially in the NL.
because they're the worst.
Now, the pitcher wasn't exactly on the Cardinals, but
Doesn't matter.
I would face Nolan Ryan. I faced him in spring training,
No, shut up. Stop.
but I would rather face him in Game 7.
You
Oh, yeah.
You batted against Nolan Ryan?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about that.
Randy Johnson. But
What? Woo!
Well, yeah, I mean, those guys were playing back then. I mean, you know.
You faced Nolan Ryan?
I did, yeah.
What happened?
I can't remember. No. I flew out to center field. I mean, he was, I think it's last year or second to last year or whatever. I faced him in spring training game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Randy Johnson hit me in the back. When he was playing
What?
for...
Did he? Did he? You got hit?
no,
you
he's
got hit
a
by
lefty.
me.
I'm a lefty. So
You got hit by a pitch by Randy
Yeah,
Johnson?
he just almost killed
I
me.
I like this guy. He's a lefty.
Because he was with the Expos when he came up, and the AAA
Yeah,
team was
that's
Indianapolis. We were playing in Buffalo, and he hit me in the back, and I thought I was going to die. I
I
thought
bet.
I was going to die, literally. And I never could see the ball anyway. I mean, it was coming from way over there anyway. You know, it was like, what do you do now? But, or the Maddox brothers. I liked hitting off them right there. I liked Pedro Gomez
Yeah.
from the Yankees. I liked hitting off him.
It was nice of him to mention both the Maddox brothers.
Yeah, exactly. You got to throw the other one in.
Yeah, you got to throw the other one.
One was a great pitcher. The other was a great pitching coach. But, it's fine. It's fine.
But, you go 0 for 4 off of Greg Maddox and go, fuck, he wasn't that good, but you go for 4. That's what was like, I could see every one of those pitches. I just couldn't hit it. It wasn't like he was overpowering.
And then,
Not even a little bit.
He just was frustrating.
and then 20 years later, you're like, well, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
I went
Exactly.
over 4 against him. He's in the Hall of Fame, and I'm not.
Exactly, man. That's exactly right. You got it.
Man.
Don,
But I wanted to play for the Red Sox.
Don, you are awesome.
Thank you guys thanks for doing this.
I have enjoyed every part of this. We're big fans
Thank you.
of you. We're big fans of the Barbers. We're big fans of baseball. This was so much fun. Thank you for spending the time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. If people want to find out more about you and find out more about the Barbers here in Vancouver, Washington, where would you like people to go?
They can just head to our website, thebarbersonline.com.
Outstanding.
Awesome. Hey,
Thanks for having me, guys.
You got it.
Canope,
Yes.
if people want to find business over beer, where do they go?
They
Hey,
go.
Canope, this is your big moment.
This is my big
right
moment.
now.
I was waiting for you to
Hit it.
interrupt.
Come on. This is your come on. This
Hey.
is it. This is it. Right now. Canope.
wait,
Do
wait.
it.
I
Do
need-
it.
Give me a countdown. Can I get a 5, 4?
to interrupt.
I was. You notice I looked left. you can go to bizoverbeer.com. That's B-I-Z overbeer.com. You can find us on all of our social media handles at bizoverbeer as well.
How do you spell over? No, just kidding.
O-V-E-R.
Don's
Ben.
awesome.
Ben, we've got something to talk about too. Do we not?
We do. Do we? Are you sure?
Yeah, there's some other stuff on our website that
I mean, our Patreon page.
Yeah.
Don, do you know about our Patreon page? So, Patreon page is where everybody can come and join the Business Over Beer, the Bob community,
I love it.
and become a BC, a Bob crew member.
That sounds expensive, Ben.
It
Is there a t-shirt involved in that one?
There is a payment involved. It's $7.50 a month.
Steep.
That's a great value.
I can tell you what. People who sign up right now, I will buy you a pint of beer and a bag of Doritos, and that will probably be more than the $7.50 recharge for the Patreon page. Yes, Canope, go ahead.
this won't air in time. However, 2 more days, half of proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Foundation.
That's right.
Yeah, this won't air in time, but thanks for playing.
Yeah.
But there will be another thing we're going to donate to. But people, Don, will be able to listen to this episode before it goes live.
Wow.
So before anybody else listens to it, our Patreon, our BCs, will be able to listen to this episode, both parts, part 1 and part 2.
That's a heck of a value.
It is.
I mean, I thought you would have said at least $10 for that. So $7.50 is a great deal.
That's what we think.
That's what we think.
But that's not.
But
even,
Kanopi's selling us $7.50.
but that's not even the half of it, Don. It's not even the half of
I
it.
have it. The
Because
best part about it,
Because every month,
we do what's called a happy hour. It's called the all new Bob Happy Hour.
Okay.
This is where you get to mastermind with other people, other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other business professionals, people who are passionate about what they do. Don, I would love to get you on a happy hour.
I would love it.
Your story,
Count me in.
brother, is so freaking everybody can resonate with your story.
I wonder if the business owners who are part of our Bob crew, if they have issues with customer service and creating a legendary customer
bet.
experience.
And pivoting,
I wonder
yeah.
if they do.
Yeah.
We have a guy who can talk to that.
You bet. Absolutely. Legendary customer service can be systemized for any company. It doesn't have to be arbitrary or some subjective thing. It can be systemized. It can be thought out and acted on so that it's executed.
That's my guy right here.
Do it.
Dude, can
My
you
guy.
be hashtag my Uncle Rico, but you're not the Uncle Rico because you're not saying I was the best. I could have done this and done that. I know you were really good at what you did in baseball because you were able to do the exact same thing in your business. I could tell.
Thank you.
Man, thank you so much, Don. Kaler, Knoper, people watching, people listening, Patreons, thank you so much. We would not be here without you. We appreciate you. We will see you all next time.
Peace.
Good night.
Business Over Beer reminds you to always drink responsibly. Our theme song is Idiocracy by Christian Leo. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Business Over Beer, a TH3 Entertainment production.